In February 2016, Nanchang announced the creation of the China Nanchang Virtual Reality VR Industry Base, 中国 Nanchang 虚拟现实 VR 产业基地 in Honggutan New District, establishing what was recognized as the world's first city-level VR industrial base. The initiative launched under an ambitious development strategy targeting 10,000 industry professionals, a 1 billion yuan angel fund, a 10 billion yuan industry investment fund, more than 1,000 enterprises, and output value exceeding 100 billion yuan. By August 2016, Nanchang had issued China's first local VR support policy, and in 2017, the province produced the country's first VR Industry Alliance Group standard, giving Jiangxi an early institutional advantage that would later provide the policy infrastructure for its digital human sector. The VR base began attracting national and international attention in October 2018 when Nanchang hosted the inaugural World VR Industry Conference. Xi Jinping sent a congratulatory letter, and among the attendees were Jack Ma, Huawei's Guo Ping, and senior representatives from Microsoft, Sony, and Qualcomm. The conference secured 157 signed projects worth 63.15 billion yuan, and Jiangxi simultaneously released China's first provincial-level VR development measures. No dedicated digital human showcase was documented at this first conference, but the concentration of hardware manufacturers, content studios, government capital, and engineering talent it generated established the technical foundation from which virtual character applications would later grow. The first hints of human-like virtual character work emerged at the Second World VR Industry Conference in October 2019, where a virtual host appeared at the opening ceremony for the first time in the province's conference history. The unnamed avatar was a modest debut, but it marked the first public use of a human-like virtual figure at a major Jiangxi-hosted event. At the same conference, Beijing Institute of Technology's VR Center at the Nanchang base installed a ball-shaped motion capture installation specifically designed to produce virtual individuals, representing the first avatar creation infrastructure physically situated within Jiangxi. The province's VR output had surged from 4.2 billion yuan in 2018 to 12 billion yuan in 2019, demonstrating the scale of investment underpinning these early experiments. The institutional backbone for later digital human deployments took shape across 2019 and 2020. Cloud On, Jiangxi Big Data Development Co., Ltd., Yunshang Jiangxi 大数据发展有限公司, was registered in July 2019, co-invested by Jiangxi Provincial Entrepreneurship Investment Management Co. and Jiangxi Provincial Railway Investment Group with 500 million yuan in registered capital, and became fully operational in January 2020. The company operated under a model spanning government cloud services, system construction, big data development, digital economy cooperation, and research, and would later be absorbed into the newly established Jiangxi Provincial Digital Industry Group in May 2024. In March 2020, Digital Jiangxi Technology Co. Ltd. 数字江西科技有限公司 was founded as a state-controlled joint venture between Cloud On Jiangxi and Ant Group, like Mayi Jituan, managed by the Jiangxi Provincial Information Center. Digital Jiangxi became the authorized operator of the Ganfutong Provincial Mobile Government Services Platform, which by 2020 had accumulated over 22.7 million registered users and hosted China's first provincial-level blockchain plus government services platform. This partnership, a state infrastructure company joined with one of China's largest fintech groups running a government super app serving tens of millions of citizens, would become the delivery architecture for Jiangxi's most prominent public-facing digital human deployments. Jiangxi's first-name publicly operational digital human arrived in January 2021, when Jiangxi Broadcasting Television launched the AI virtual anchor Xiaoyan Xiaoyan, during the provincial 2 sessions. Developed using real-person AI modeling technology from Xinhua Zhiyun, Xiaoyan was described as the first virtual anchor at the Jiangxi 2 sessions and represented the province's inaugural entry into media-facing synthetic character deployment. Later that year, in October 2021, the 4th World VR Industry Conference brought the debut of virtual host Jiang Xiaowei, a full-stage digital human constructed using optical motion capture, 3-dimensional modeling, and AI technology with physically simulated hair and clothing. She emerged from a naked eye 3-dimensional display to interact with live hosts on stage in real time, and the organizers designated her as version 1.0 of a character intended for annual iteration. Jiang Xiaowei established what became a recurring annual cycle at the Nanchang conferences, each edition upgrading her capabilities and prompting Jiangxi-based companies to present their own digital human work alongside her. In February 2022, Nanchang announced the Nanchang Metaverse Trial Zone at Julong Lake, positioning the project as a bid to fire the first shot of metaverse development nationwide, with planned investment of 500 billion yuan across 9.14 square kilometers. The announcement signaled that provincial leadership was prepared to treat synthetic and immersive digital environments as a strategic priority, extending well beyond VR hardware. In August 2022, Jiangxi Satellite TV launched Jiang Xiaoyu, a full-screen AI sign language digital human weather anchor that converted broadcast scripts into sign language sequences with dynamically adaptive facial expressions. Jiang Xiaoyu formed part of Jiangxi's meteorological AI barrier-free service system for hearing-impaired citizens, making it one of the province's first digital human deployments oriented explicitly toward accessibility. By late 2022, an online version of the government affairs digital human Xiao Ganshi, had quietly gone live, prefiguring a more prominent physical terminal launch that would follow in early 2023. Around the same period, Little Walnut Technology, Nanchang Youtian, a Nanchang-based company founded in 2015 at the VR base, was confirmed as actively developing digital virtual human characters. Its character Hong Xiaowei was donated to the Jiangxi VR Industry Technology Innovation Strategic Alliance, and the company was recognized among Jiangxi's third batch of VR application demonstration projects. In November 2022, the World VR Industry Conference returned for its 5th edition, bringing 2 developments of direct relevance to digital humans. Jiang Xiaowei appeared in an upgraded form that used real-time motion capture via a single camera to clone a live host's actions and micro-expressions, advancing significantly beyond the optical capture approach of the prior year. At the same event, the National Virtual Reality Innovation Center, 国家虚拟现实创新中心, was formally unveiled as China's only national-level manufacturing innovation center in VR, led by Nanchang VR Research Institute, Nanchang 虚拟现实研究院, which had accumulated more than 70 invention patents. The institute's designation represented formal national recognition of Jiangxi's technical capabilities and provided an institutional anchor for the province's ongoing digital human research. Also confirmed operational by November 2022, the digital guide Ying Ying at a Nanchang West railway station allowed users to access real-time navigation through the station via a WeChat mini program, with the digital human calculating optimal routes across floors and directing passengers to bus stops, metro connections, and ride-hailing pickup points, one of the province's first transport sector virtual character deployments. In February 2023, the physical self-service terminal version of Xiao Ganshi made its public debut at Honggutan District Government Affairs Service Center, launching at a provincial government affairs work exchange meeting. Jointly developed by Honggutan District Government Data Bureau, Digital Jiangxi Technology, and Inspur, Langchao, it was described as China's first government affairs digital human self-service all-in-one terminal, a claim scoped specifically to the self-service terminal form factor. Its combination of multimodal interaction with a service platform already used by tens of millions of residents made it the most prominent public-facing Jiangxi digital human to that point. Around May 2023, a virtual digital human representing the Tang Dynasty poet Wang Bo, launched at Tengwang Pavilion, Tengwanggei, one of Jiangxi's most celebrated historical landmarks in Nanchang. Deployed initially as a smart recitation pavilion, Jineng Bei Shuting, the system invited visitors to recite the famous preface to the Prince of Tang's Pavilion, with the virtual Wang Bo acting as digital examiner. The installation was Jiangxi's first high-profile tourism digital human and demonstrated how the province was beginning to adapt synthetic characters to cultural heritage environments. In July 2023, the Jiangxi Provincial Government published the Jiangxi Metaverse Industry Development Guidance Opinion, setting a target of 200 billion yuan in metaverse industry output by 2027. The Jiangxi Future Industry Development Plan covering 2023 to 2035 was also issued during this period, explicitly naming digital virtual humans alongside digital content creation, city information modeling, and digital twins as development priorities under its metaverse provisions. These documents represented the first time provincial-level Jiangxi policy had formally identified digital virtual humans as a named sectoral target. Around October 2023, the annual World VR Industry Conference convened again in Nanchang, at which a large-format, three-dimensional LED screen by Unilumin, Zhou Mingkeji, was featured as part of the conference's digital human display infrastructure. Tuoshi Technology Group, Tuoshi KG a Nanchang-based national high-tech enterprise with research and development centers in Beijing, Shenzhen, and Wuhan, was by this period active in AI, digital human live streaming, AIGC large model applications, and digital immortality technology, areas aligned with the directions the conference was showcasing. Jiangxi Keijun Industrial, Jiangxi Keijun Shiye, known internationally as ChemX XR, was meanwhile applying avatar and simulation technologies within VR education programs, adding an institutional dimension to the province's growing portfolio of digital human applications. In February 2024, Xiaoximei launched at Longhu Mountain Scenic Area in Yingtan during Spring Festival, appearing on the scenic area's WeChat video livestream channel to provide visitor information, travel tips, and interactive question and answer responses through a large knowledge base. Her arrival made Longhu Mountain the province's second significant tourism digital human deployment within 12 months, confirming a pattern of applying synthetic characters at Jiangxi cultural sites. In June 2024, Nanchang's high-tech zone deployed an AI digital human recruitment platform, extending the province's government service digital human model into public employment services. By July 2024, the Wang Bo AI guide system at Tengwang Pavilion, upgraded from the original smart recitation pavilion format, had served 107,701 visitors and triggered 674,449 automatic commentary interactions. China Mobile, Jiangxi, VR Technology, La Zhongyi, Jiangxi, Shunixianshi Keji Youxian Gongsi, operating from Honggutan, had by this period assembled a portfolio that included virtual person video ringtones with over 860,000 users, a digital life memorial hall service, and AI digital human employee deployments in enterprise contexts. By October 2024, Nanchang had established 6 AI live streaming rooms, reflecting rapid commercialization of synthetic character deployment in the provincial capital. In November 2024, the medical insurance variant of Xiao Ganshi officially launched in Nanchang, a system distinct from the earlier government affairs terminal, despite sharing the same brand and visual identity. Operated by the Jiangxi Provincial Medical Insurance Bureau rather than by Digital Jiangxi Technology and Honggutan District, this version served a separate domain, offering 24-hour multimodal consultation on medical insurance matters. In late 2024, Ganzhou's Housing Provident Fund Authority deployed Qian Xiaojin, confirmed by People's Daily Jiangxi coverage as the first Housing Provident Fund digital human intelligent customer service in the province, available continuously for multimodal consultation on Provident Fund matters. The arrival of Qian Xiaojin meant that by the end of 2024, Jiangxi's government service digital human deployments extended from the provincial capital to the southern city of Ganzhou, spanning government affairs, medical insurance, and housing finance. In 2025, Albright Law Offices, Jintian Chenglu Shi Shiwusuo, one of China's largest law firms with a confirmed Nanchang branch, debuted two legal services digital humans named Jintian, and Jinli, or Jinli. Their launch was described as scenario implementation with IP confirmation, representing the first documented use of named digital human characters in a professional legal services context within the province. In March 2025, Jiangxi Engineering College confirmed a deployment of digital human technology in ideological political education courses integrating digital human teaching, case study methods, AI assistance, and online assessment into a single instructional framework. By July 2025, the college had announced a more technically ambitious AI teaching assistant platform featuring teacher-clone digital humans, powered by 24 NVIDIA servers delivering 64 petaflops of compute and running a locally deployed DeepSeek large language model, making it the most technically specified educational digital human deployment documented in Jiangxi to that date. In June 2025, Legal Daily reported on a fraud case in which a 65-year-old Jiangxi resident was deceived by AI-synthesized videos depicting a celebrity and attempted to secure a 2 million yuan bank loan as a result. The case became one of the province's most prominent public illustrations of the risks accompanying synthetic media, arising in a provincial context where government and commercial digital human deployment had been growing steadily since 2021. In October 2025, the World VR Industry Conference convened in Nanchang for its annual edition, themed around VR and AI opening a digital intelligent future, and hosted for the first time solely by Jiangxi Province rather than jointly with the Ministry of Industry and Information Technology. At the accompanying VR and AR Industry Expo, Blue Focus Group, Lanse Guangbiao and China Mobile VR Center jointly presented a 500 square meter large space VR experience titled A Millennium in One Preface, 千年一书Teng Wang Ge, built around Teng Wang Pavilion and featuring the virtual Wang Bo character. The collaboration brought together a national digital marketing conglomerate with the province's primary telecommunications digital human operator, extending a character first deployed in May 2023 into a full-scale immersive commercial production. Also by October 2025, the Nanchang employment services platform Hongcheng Employment Link, Hongcheng Juyetong, had integrated an AI digital human capable of 24-hour question and answer interaction with job seekers, extending the province's government service digital human model into workforce management. In December 2025, the Jiangxi provincial government issued the Jiangxi Province AI Plus Action Plan, published on December 18, 2025. The plan explicitly directed further development of the Xiao Ganshi intelligent agent for deployment across the Ganfutong, Ganchitong, and Ganshentong, service channels, while a separate provision promoted the integration of AI, digital humans, and other new technologies into provincial education, targeting 5,000 petaflops of intelligent computing capacity by 2030 The plan framed digital humans not as an experimental novelty, but as a mandated component of Jiangxi's public digital infrastructure, the most unambiguous formal commitment the province had made to the sector since Jiang Xiaowei first stepped from a screen onto a Nanchang conference stage 4 years earlier.